Hello everyone, and many thanks for your visit and for your interest. In this video, I would like to go through a couple of anomalies I found on a moon crater called Pierazo. If you go to the LROC website, which is basically a website that shows all images taken by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is revolving around the moon, is taking high resolution pictures of the moon. And slowly they disclosing these pictures. And this machine, it has specialized cameras. You want to know more about it, you can go through this page. Technical information on the images. And if you go to the images section and search for Pierazo, there you go. Then you get the most amazing high resolution TIFF file image. Go ahead and download it. And let's move on to GIMP. If you don't have this software, download it from the gimp.org website. Hit download and install it. Cool. Let's open GIMP and open the image. There you go. Okay, this is GIMP. Again, if the layers panel is not open, when you first open GIMP, go to Window, toggle dialogs, and activate the layers panel. Yeah. Okay. Open the image. There you go. Absolutely amazing. So again, use the zoom tool. Click on the icon, hold down Control key, and zoom in. This image is such high resolution that no matter how many times you click on the image, it doesn't deteriorate. I mean, obviously there'll be a point where it gets pixelated, but you need to find that balance. But this image, I tell you, it's got so much detail. Today we only discussing a couple of anomalies, but in later videos we can go more, discuss more about this image because it's amazing. It's got so many areas that we can explore. And again, this image, this Pierazo crater is about 9.3 kilometers wide. It's considered a small crater, impact crater, 9.3 kilometers wide. Let me just drag the window so you can appreciate better. There you go. Move this away. So a huge impact on the moon. A lot of ejecta scattered around. Yeah, all over the place, and these rays extend for a long, many kilometers around. Now, Pierazo is located to the north of mare orientale, one of the biggest impact basins craters on the moon, actually on the solar system. So it's so reflective, this Pierazo crater, because of the ejecta. What happens is, when the impact happens, it disperses all these materials and crystallize some of the material, and this contains a lot of titanium dioxide, TiO2, which is the most reflective material that we have on Earth, and it has so many applications. We use it, I mean, it's a multi-million, trillion-dollar industry basically on Earth, and we don't have enough of it. Hence the interest of space agencies to go to the moon, which is the closest body that we have, celestial body, go to the moon and exploit it and bring it back, make money out of it. So TiO2, we use it on cosmetics, we use it in the food industry as a colorant, we use it in the construction industry as a reflective material using PVC windows and some of the areas. So it has a huge application in the industry because it reflects light, and it's got it's a pigment. It's absolutely wonderful, and it generates so much money on it. So obviously, when you look at this crater, the first thing that I think, okay, so if we know there, someone else is there grabbing this material to transport it somewhere else. So when I look at this image, is basically find kind of industry complexes or applications or places or small towns where the material is being processed. I look for those. Is there any aircraft transporting material? Is there any machinery? So I like to draw your attention to this area. Um, Again, in GIMP, if you want to move the image around, you can use this icon, yeah, or you can click on the letter M to move the image around. As you can see, it's a beautiful image, absolutely beautiful crater, 9.3 kilometers wide, very very deep, very very reflective, and a lot of material is scattered around. Now I want you to look at this area here, because obviously if the material is being extracted from the crater, there has to be some way to do it, to bring it to a place like headquarters, or to have it ready for collection or processing. If it's going to be collected by aircrafts, and obviously they don't have a problem, the technology they have to fly and to land, they don't have a problem going anywhere. So let's take a look at this area here. So I'm going to zoom in on this area a little bit so you can see. Again, use the icon, click on the icon, or press the letter Z, hold down Control, and zoom in. And I want to draw your attention to this region in particular, so I'm going to highlight it for you. To me, this is a kind of mechanical truck or machine which is transporting whatever is being picked up from the crater. And I'm going to try to bring more detail into it so you can see it better. Okay, I escape on that one. I'm going to use a slightly different technique, and I'd like you to learn this technique because it's quite useful. So just open up the layers panel. Again, we preserve the original source image, so we do a duplicate of it. So right click, duplicate layer, we preserve the image, let's hide it, and we're going to work on this layer, on the copy. I mean, we can name the layer. We can say, look, Pierazo transport. That's what I'm gonna name it. So Pierazo transporter. That's what I'm working on. Yeah. So I'm going to apply a little filter in here to see whether we can get more definition on this machine or truck or vehicle. So go to filters, generic, high pass. And what we do here is we're gonna keep color selected. We're gonna go for a radio of, let's say, 13. That will do. Keep original layer, leave it as it is, and OK that one. Okay, cool. So that's doing some processing now, merging things down, doing the high pass, and that's what we have in here. Now what we do now is we're going to choose the layer instead of normal, this mode. We're gonna do a soft light on it. Okay, so that's the image, and we're going to apply a mask to this high pass layer by going into layer, mask, add layer mask. We're gonna choose black, okay, and add. There you go. So we got our mask in there, and we're going to paint over this section to see whether we can grab more detail on this section of the image, where I can see that this is a machine, a mechanical robot or whatever, used for transportation. Okay, so what we do now is we we click on the brush icon, the paintbrush. Keep the setting. I mean, to look at the settings, double click on it, and then you got this other pane where we have the options. This panel, all the options for the brush. For the time being, I'm gonna keep it as it is right now. But you can play with the brush settings to get more, to customize it to your needs. So I'm gonna close that for the time being. Basically, I got my brush, and I'm going to paint with white on top of it. Actually, let's paint with that's it. So we getting a little bit more definition on it, by cause I can see is this the original one. This is the one I'm painting on. Yeah. So let's take a look. See the difference? If I hide the layer, it shows the source image. If I click on it, I activate it and make visible the little, which makes a difference because I'm adding more detail to this section, and obviously as you do that, you gain more definition on the area you're working on, which is this one. So there you go. You can see again original, define, sharp. So you can see an entry to the machine, I guess, where the regolith, and the regolith is the ejecta, the reflective material, the very fine dust that they actually, with a rake or something, drop it in there. And maybe this machine has some mechanical instrument to process, refine the regolith, pulverize it or something, to extract the TiO2. It's very unusual, this machine, because they seem to have put a face onto it which looks like a turtle face, as you can see. And the structure, the gear structure that it has in here is basically for ease of transportation around the hill, for grasp or something, because obviously this is a big hill. So I mean, we can also, let's do another copy of the layer. So again, copy the layer. We can move it up. What we can do is bring this layer down. Yeah. So, and then we're going to do a different. We're going to this section. We're going to do a little adjustment just to this section, as we've done in previous videos. Yeah. There you go. So if you go to colors now, go to labels, move it away so you can see what you're doing, or the results of your processing, and adjust as too dark. There you go. There you go. There you go. It comes more to light. You can tell now. This absolutely strange looking machine, and this is huge. Make no mistake. This is gigantic because this crater is huge. I mean, these are the slopes of the crater, but this is amazing machine. Do okay on that one. And so I just show you two techniques to bring out details on the area of the image that you want to highlight, and look and you know, get more definition on it. Let me zoom out. So now, as I said, this Pierazo crater. Click on the magnifying glass and hit few times on the image and spacebar to move it around. Now this Pierazo crater is abundant on TiO2. Now I discussed the applications of TiO2 in one of my previous videos, so if you go to my channel, go to my channel, YouTube channel, go to the video section and scroll down to this video. Sorry, I think I passed it. Sorry, just 1 second. There you go. Is this the real reason why the moon is so bright? So if you go to this video, it's a short video, few minutes. I explain why the moon is so bright, and it's because of this TiO2. So take a look at that video, and then you get more information on TiO2 properties and uses, basically. Okay, let's go back to GIMP. We're nearly done. So again, this is Pierazo crater, and this image is absolutely amazing because it's got so much detail, and that's just one anomaly that I'm highlighting here. And for this machine to be able to transport all this material from here, there might be headquarters somewhere else. I mean, this is just one machine. There might be some other machines working somewhere else in here at a different moment. But look at these areas. I mean, there is a lot of manufacturing taking place in these areas, and there is industrial complexes in here, which we'll be studying in later videos. Again, using GIMP, which is free, open source image manipulation package that you can download for free. And I'm showing you techniques that you can use yourself to lift the veil on these images. I mean, this particular one has got so much detail that you don't have to do much to it to see what's going on in there. Cool. Until next time, thanks very much for your time. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.